You all can repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Text, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Status Quo, Chapter 13, Appearance of Lord Varahadev, text 32, 33, and 34. I will recite and also read the translations for 32 and 33. Jaghan Rundhara Namasahya Vikramam Salilayevam Mrugaradi Bambasi Tadrakta Pankankikta Gandatunda Yatha Gajendra Gajatim Bibindam. Translation. Thereupon Lord Vor killed the demon within the water, just as a lion kills an elephant. The cheeks and tongue of the Lord became smeared with the blood of the demon, just as an elephant becomes reddish from digging in the purple earth. Text 33. Tamala Nilam Sitadanta Kotya Kshamokshipantam Gazalilayanga Pragyaya Badvanjalayo Nuvake Virinchi Mukhya Upatasturisam. Then the Lord played like an elephant, suspended the earth on the edge of his curved white tusks. He assumed a bluish complexion like that of a tamal tree. And thus the sages, headed by Brahma, could understand him to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offered respectful obeisances unto the Lord. Text 34. Rishaya Vacha Jitam Te Jita Yagya Bhavana Trayim Tanum Swam Paridhunvate Namaha Yadram Garatesu Nililyurabdhayas Tasmei Nama Karana Sukarayate. Rishaya Vacha Rishaya Uchu Jitam Te Jita Yagya Bhavana Trayim Tanum Swam Paridhunvate Namaha Yadro Magartesu Nililyuradadyas Tasmei Nama Karana Sukarayate. Rishaya Uchu Jitam Te Jita Yagya Bhavana Trayim Tanum Swam Paridhunvate Namaha Yadramagarastesu Nililyuradhayas Tasmei Nama Karana Sukarayate. Please recite.
Hare Krishna. Rishaya va uchu jitam te jita jagna bhavena trayam tanum sham paridhun bhate namaha yadroma garteshu nililur adhayas tasmai namakarana shukarayate. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes, please. Anyone else?
Uchu Jitam Te Jitayajya Pavana Trayam Tanum Swam परिधुन्वते नमः यद्रोमगर्तेषु निलिल्युरध्यास्तमसि नमः कर्मण सुखराय ते. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Adisya uchehu jitam jitam te ajit yagya bhavana trayim tanum swam paritunvate namaha yaduromagatishu nililyor adyas tasmai namaha karan sukarayate. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. So we will do the synonyms. Rishaya Uchu, the glorified sages uttered. Jitam, all glories. Jitam, all victories. Te, unto you. Ajita, O unconquerable one. Yagya Bhavana, one who is understood by performances of sacrifice. Traim, personified Vedas. Tanum, such a body. Swam, own. Paridhunvate, shaking. Nama, all obeisances. Yat, whose. Roma, hairs. Gartesu, in the holes. Niliyu, submerged. Adhaya, the oceans. Tasmai, unto him. Nama, offering obeisances. Karana Sukaraya, unto the hog form assumed for regions. Te, unto you. Translation. All the sages uttered with great respect. O unconquerable enjoyer of all sacrifices, all glories and all victories unto you. You are moving in your form of the personified Vedas, and in the hair holes of your body, the oceans are submerged. For certain reasons, to uplift the earth, you have now assumed the form of a boar. Purport. The Lord can assume any form he likes and in all circumstances. He is the cause of all causes. Since his form is transcendental, he is always the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As he is in the causal ocean in the form of Mahavishnu, innumerable universes generate from the holes of his bodily hairs, and thus his transcendental body is the Vedas personified. He is the enjoyer of all sacrifices, and he is the unconquerable Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is never to be misunderstood to be other than the Supreme Lord because of his assuming the form of a boar to lift the earth. That is a clear understanding of sages and great personalities like Brahma and other residents of the higher planetary systems. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desa Tarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I welcome and thank you so much for joining and inspiring everyone for Srimad Bhagavatam class. This is transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord. We are reading the wonderful appearance of Lord Krishna in the form of Varahadev. From Bhagavad Gita, we can understand in 7th chapter, of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains to Arjuna the two kind of energies, para and apara sakti. He analytically gave this world. He analytically divided two kind of energies here, particularly. There are so many types of it, but particularly divided into two in this material world. He says para and apara prakriti. Para is superior, apara is inferior. And then he explains that how para energy, which are the living entity, are actually superior nature, but they are what you call controlling, exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. He says that apareyam itastvanyam prakritim vidyati me param jiva bhota mahabaho edo dharyate jagat. Why I was bringing this point is very relevant to the subject matter. Why Lord has appeared, why Baradev has appeared. So para and apara prakriti is this living entity who are actually loading over the material nature. Isn't it true? If you look into our life, we all are loading over on something, always. We are the load of our house, we are load of our families, we are load of boss, we are load of to whom our subordinates. It's our tendency. And this tendency comes from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Because he is the controller, he is the supreme controller. And because we are minute part and parcel of Krishna, we also have those tendencies. We have also those tendencies of loading over. So Krishna says, all right, if you like to load over like me, you load over in this material world. Everyone wants to be loading over this material world. But this material world comes with some kind of regulations, guidelines. The reason is because this will create a chaotic situation. So many loads in this world. The place will have so many authorities, so many leaders, so many lords is going to create disturbance. Even we see from the pastimes of Lord Krishna, he says that whenever the earth is overburdened with so many administrations, so many rulers, so many, army power, unnecessarily, Krishna comes and annihilates them. So because of this loading nature, when this loading of the earth done beyond the limits, beyond one's jurisdiction, beyond one's quota, Isavasyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjita magada kashyasya dhanam. This is the instruction of Upanishad. Isavasyam, everything belongs to the Lord. One has to load over certain things, your piece of land, where you need to live, you have to control your family. That's okay. It is enjoined in the Shastra, we can do it. But when we cross our limits, when we misuse our free will, trying to load over everyone, everything, what happens? There's imbalance in a society. There's imbalance in society. Anyone has any, did you ever see there's imbalance in society, any kind of example? You can see richer can become very rich and poor will be like wretched condition. Not even they will be able to fulfill their basic needs. And imbalance is there is no harmony in the society, in the community, in the world. There is no harmony in the society and community. Let me share my screen with all of you so you can see certain points which I had written it down. So we are living in this world where imbalance in society. And that imbalance in society is when we disregard the Lord's authority and Lord's teachings, Lord's guidance. The imbalance is going to come. And what is the result of imbalance in society? When there's no regulations, there are no rules and regulations, there's no harmony in the society. Can anyone share something? What would happen in the society? Anywhere. If you like to, let's make a little interactive. Any thoughts? No? Well, there'll be crime, isn't it? There'll be crime. There's no peace in the world. There can be basic needs can be difficult to fulfill. The basic needs difficult since the war has begun. There's a chaotic situation everywhere. Prices went up. There's a competition with energy. Supply. Fear of not having enough energy. There's imbalance in the society. People cannot have a peaceful life if there's an imbalance in society. And life will be miserable. The food supplies will be hurdled. If one does not do one's prescribed duty, also food will not be supplied. Imbalance in society. So in order to bring balance or keep in balance, both either bring into balance or keep in balance or maintain it, the Lord himself comes. Or rather, he is always balancing as maintainer. He comes to balance the balance. He comes to balance in this world. We know this verse, yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata, right? When yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati, when glani of dharma happens, when people in general fail to follow the codes and conducts, dharma's glani happens, disturbance happens, imbalance happens. He says, I come here. Actually, indirectly, if you see, the Lord is always here. He sometimes manifest and unmanifest. If he would not have been there, if his representatives would not have been there would be chaotic society in this world. And we all know, we all are, grew up we went to schools and colleges. Think authority or teacher is not there in your classroom, what will happen? Anyone had such experience? If your teacher is not in the classroom, your primary school or elementary school or high school, what happens if your teacher is not in the classroom? Anyone can share something?
Chaos.
Interesting. You're in America, I'm from India. So in America also chaos happens, right? Just teacher goes for some time. As soon as so many people get distracted, there are so many things, isn't it? It's a living entities. And in your work, your boss goes away for 1 week. What happens? I know we all will have parties, isn't it? Every day. If boss goes away on vacation, so everyone will have a party every day, isn't it true? The deliverables will not be there. So many issues can come, disturbances can come. It'll hinder the productivity because it'll hinder the cooperation. So we can understand how the Lord knows the nature of this living entity in this material world. That's why Lord himself comes and maintains it. So, ISKCON has a purpose. How many purposes? 7 purposes of ISKCON, Hare Krishna movement. The first purpose is, if you all remember, to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large, and to educate all people in the techniques of spiritual life in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. Uh, how many of you get familiar with the seven purposes of ISKCON? Anyone familiar with at least heard about it? So this is the first purpose. Why we congregate, why we have this spiritual practice, why you have temples, why we gather together, why study. There's a purpose, seven purposes. The first one itself is to check the imbalance of values in life. Because if imbalance is not checked, there'll be distress, there'll be problem in the society, in the individual's life, in collective life. There won't be any peace. Why we have to have a check the imbalance? Prabhupada writes to achieve real unity and peace in the world. So many malpractices happens within our society also. Because why? Because our members do not know the purpose we gather. Our members hardly anyone knows the purpose we are gathering here. So we know this is the natural tendency of living entity to not follow the codes, to not follow the rules, and can exploit the material world. If there are no rules and regulations happens, every one of us will exploit. Limited resources and unlimited desires. If you all know, when I was small, people used to ask me, what will you do when you grow big? Maybe we can tell I'm going to be engineer and doctor or something like that, some kind of job. I'm sure you also got into such kind of questions when you're small, right? People ask, what would you like to do when you grow old? Did anyone ask you? Do you have thought of anything like this? Interestingly, nowadays, if you ask these children, if you ever asked, they will explain, they will answer very different. They don't have a small dreams, they have big dreams. Big dreams. Someone wants to own airplanes, someone wants to have a multi-millionaire business, someone wants to have big cars, someone wants to have bungalows only, someone have businesses all over. We may ask what is wrong with it. We should be ambitious. Yeah, that is, they want to be, get influences. Yeah, they want to get influences, right? They want to be influencers, you're right. So that's the subtle nature. The modern education system is, driving, is the real cause of all this anxieties and stress, disturbances. In future, in the age of Kali, more and more will come. So what we are studying today's subject matter is appearance of Lord Varahadev. What is relationship to this? Is, in past also, there's demon called Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha, he was also personified the imbalance. He personified the imbalance. Because of the demonic nature, because of a desire to control the load over the material nature. He brought the imbalance in not only in small society, he brought the imbalance in the whole universe. How did he do? You can see, because of him, the whole earth fell on the ocean. Which ocean? It fell on the Garbhodakra ocean because of imbalance. I remember, Prabhupada mentioned somewhere in the past, we have been digging the earth, drilling it and extracting the oil. It's been happening almost, I think, 50 years or more than that. Now the oil competition, extracting oil has become like so much of competition all over the world because they want to get money, more and more money. So what we are doing by the name of enjoyment loading over, we are getting out the resource, some resources burning in the in the earthly atmosphere, and there's also global warming as well, and pollution, global warming, and just name it. So many things can happen because of this. It's not stopping actually; it's growing more and more. More and more is in the problems are increasing more and more. By the name of so-called economic development and material advancement, uh, um, our problems are becoming bigger and bigger. So that's why Krishna explains this as mogasa moga karmana. Mogasa means it's a demoniac nature. We may be very sentimentally attached to our children, but we have them. The children nowadays have very highly ambitious, very much. We are in subtle level. We have those natures of loading over, very subtle, but we don't realize. We can realize only when we come in association of a genuine devotees. Nowadays it's very hard. Um, so just like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, whose intentions are for imbalance. You remember, a godly people, they always try to bring balance in the society. Why? They follow the rules and regulations given by Bhagavad Gita. And according to Shastras, Upanishad says that you can live millions of years by following the laws of Krishna, and there is no issue for you. The second mantra of Sri Upanishad says, you can live like this, or you can live like this in a controlled way, regulated way. There is no sin for you. You can continue like this. But the demonic people, they will not let you live like this. They want to bring the imbalance. And they know how to bring the imbalance by creating disharmony. They will attack the very strategic position. Just like, it said that British men came to India. They saw India's culture and is like very strong. Economic condition is very, very well. Spiritual also very good. What did they did is they try to hit the backbone of India's success. What is the backbone of India's success? The cows and the Shastra Brahmanas, cows and Brahmanas, the Shastra. They destroyed the education system so that real education will be lost. Okay, and the killing of cow can begin. When the cows are killed, when the Brahmins are destroyed, the education system is destroyed, people will engage in sinful activities. And now also, in I get updates every day. Every day, thousands of cows are being smuggled and till now it's going on. Thousands of cows. And why this happens? Because there's no education system anymore. A proper education system is missing. People forget the purpose of life and how people forget the dharma, what to do and what not. So in today's verses, particularly verses is Lord Varahadev is appearing for what? To re-establish the dharma. We may not see what is this. in text 32, he says, it is said, thereupon Lord Boar killed the demon within the water, just as a lion kills an elephant. Look at the statements here. Sometimes Lord Varaha is compared to a lion, and sometimes is compared to an elephant here. So first statement is, he killed the demon Hiranyaksha, just as a lion kills an elephant. So here the Lord Varaha is compared to a lion. Lion size is small. Physical size is small than elephant, but still lion is very stronger. Looks like Varahadev appeared, maybe like he appeared, he grew big, again he took small, to fight with Hiranyaksha. The cheeks and tongue of the Lord become smeared with the blood of the demon. His cheeks and tongue smeared with the blood. Just as an elephant become reddish from digging in the purple earth. So here the is compared with the elephant. When elephant digs the purple earth, he puts dirt everywhere. He becomes reddish. So similarly, Lord Varahadev appeared like this, is reddish in his face. Now, next is interesting point to contemplate. Then the Lord playing like an elephant. Here also again is compared to an elephant. Then the Lord playing like an elephant suspended the earth on the edge of his curved white tusks. So playing like an elephant, he lifted the earth on the tusks. Then what happens? He assumed a bluish complexion like that of a tamala tree. Why did he assume a bluish complexion? Because it was a confusion in the higher planetary systems. They were surprised to see such a creature. They were guessing he may be the Supreme Lord, Vishnu himself. They were guessing, Then he revealed his bluish complexion. So as soon as the devatas and rishis, the sages, they saw this bluish complexion of the Lord, they felt satisfied and convinced he is the Supreme Lord, Vishnu himself. So interestingly, we see in Varaha incarnation, we see how many complexions we see in Varaha incarnation? We saw the white, it's called Sweta Varaha, and we saw reddish. This Varaha is reddish. At the same time, Lord Varaha also assumed bluish complexion. So sometimes when you see the Varadevs portrayed like in this way, we don't get confused. We should accept as per the Shastras. It can be bluish, it can be whitish, it can be reddish. So the sages headed by Brahma could understand him to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offered him obeisances unto the Lord. And this is the beautiful prayers, actually. It's a prayers verse. Jitam jitam te jita yagya bhavana trayim tanum swa paridhunvate namaha yadro magarate su nililyo radhayas tasme nama karana sukarayate. So they are saying, you are the enjoyer of all sacrifices. You are unconquerable, O Vishnu. O Lord of Varaha, you are unconquerable. You are actually, they are recognizing, you are actually an enjoyer of all sacrifice. Your original personality of Godhead. Because Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. That's why it is called authority. So many people can condemn, what is this? Animal you're worshipping? For it doesn't have to be other culture. They can be Hindus also, so-called Hindus. But they may not understand. They may question. They may doubt. But from the authorities, we can understand. He is the enjoyer of all sacrifice. He is original Vishnu. All glories and all victories unto you. The next statement, it took me some time to understand, and I could, from my way, I could understand. He said, you are moving in your form of the personified Vedas. Why did they offer prayers like this? They are saying, you are moving in your form of the personified Vedas. What Varahadev has to do as a personified Vedas? The personified Vedas are offering prayers in 10th canto, at the end of the 10th canto, to the Lord, Supreme Lord, Krishna, personified Vedas. The beautiful prayers, you can read that. I think 88 or 87, chapter 87, 10.87, 88. Prayers by the personified Vedas. Last time also we discussed about the Vedas. The Veda is only one, sometimes it's called three Vedas divided because of it deals with three modes, and or it gives us, what do you call, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda. Vedas are divided into four by Vyasadeva, like that. So, but Veda is only one. But here they are offering you are moving in your form of the personified Vedas. My understanding, I could not refer it, I didn't get time. My understanding that the form which the Lord took is a boar, is a wild boar form. Boar is not in a form of very ignorant. Isn't it? Boar is an ignorant, their activity, their behavior, their culture, everything is very ignorant. If you have experience, if you don't know, you can come and see the world where the boar is, they roam around all over. But by statement from the authorities like Brahma and Rishis, you can see you are in your form of the personified Vedas. Oh Lord Varaha, you are not ignorant form. You are personified Vedas. You're full of transcendental knowledge. Now we cannot compare with ordinary boar. I saw some of the disturbances in some YouTube. When people are worshipping Varahadev, or celebrating Varahadev, there is agitation in some cultures because for some cultures the boar is untouchable. Yes, for us also boar is untouchable. But Krishna is not untouchable. Prabhupada writes, he can take the form whatever he likes. He gave the 800,000, 8,400,000, 8,400,000 varieties of species, bodies for the living entities to enjoy. No one can stop him to take any form he likes. And he can take a fish, or he can take a boar. He can take some unusual form like half man and half lion. Or he can take any form which you may not know at all. He's free to do. He's not an ordinary personality. He's supreme personality of Godhead. He's not under the control or our control. He's not under our control. He's free to do. That's why he comes and performs this wonderful pastimes. He could have lifted the earth by itself by his own will, because by his own will only the earth is in its own place, maintained, sustained. Then why he does it? Because there are many reasons. One is Lord Varaha, Lord Krishna wants to express this Virya Rasa. Virya Rasa, the rasa of fighting with demons, and that's not available in the spiritual world. He comes. Krishna is Rasa Raja. I think 11 rasas total, primary rasas, principal rasas are 11. And we know from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we primarily discuss about 5, which is Santa Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Sakshi Rasa, Vachalya Rasa, and Madhuri Rasa we discuss. But other rasas also there. The one is Virya Rasa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu primarily stressed on 4 rasas, which is Dasya, Sakshya, Vachalya, and Madhurya. Conjugal and parental and friendship and servitorship. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu focused this. So Krishna is the enjoyer of all rasas. So when he wants to fight, desires to have relish this rasa, he comes and he sends a devotee, which he empowers him to be equally powerful. Hiranyaksha was very powerful, looks like, not like ordinary people nowadays. Very powerful. So Krishna's activities are very transcendental. Janma karma chame divyam evam yeviti tattataha. These activities of Varahadev can be understood only by devotees and devotional service. Very auspicious. Even though an animal such as boar is, very not very good, gross, but he's beautiful. He was shining like anything in the whole universe when he manifested. He become attractive, all attractive. That's the Lord. He's all attractive in every form, whatever the form. Even though he takes the form of something abominable species, So these are the beautiful pastimes of Lord Krishna in the form of Baladev. He comes to this world to remove the imbalance, But our conversation narration is going on in a very different way. Where did we start with? We started with the Manu. Manu is inquiring. Swayambhav Manu is inquiring, Lord Brahma, please give me a place to stay. Where will I stay? I want to serve you, but please give me a place to stay. Looks like the earth is submerged in the water. And then suddenly, Sukadeva Goswami is narrating about Hiranyaksha. So this will continue again, 7th chapter from here. We will again with 7th canto, we will continue, say where Sukadeva Goswami will continue. Okay, after Hiranyaksha killed, Hiranyakashipu's and teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, they all will come. So kind of Lord Varaha's incarnation appearance was narrated and combined two pastimes together. Okay, I will start. It's already 8:40. Thank you so much for your patiently listening. I want to see if any questions, comments, or reflections. Did it make sense at all? Sorry. I brought this, the reason of Lord's appearance, why did he appear, how we can correlate to these things to our present life, even though it happened millions, trillions of years ago. Still, we can see that imbalance, how Prabhupada brought through ISKCON, we are bringing balance to the society through Hare Krishna movement. And what is the purpose? So that we can be happy. Okay, if no questions, we can stop it here.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. A nice class. And then a lot of things you told us how it appeared and how it felt. So how he got the earth out. So the strength he has. So other than Supreme Personality of Godhead, nobody will have that strength to dive into the sea and then get the earth holding him. That's very, very hard. But he could do it in what is it, more form. Only he could get it on his desk. Nobody can bring the earth.
Yes.
So that was really, really good class, Nice things to hear. Yesterday also, Achana Bhakti Mataji, she gave a very nice class. So she gave a lot of information. And that was really, for me, understanding itself, it was really, it took some time for me.
That's okay. We take out ideas, we hear, we contemplate, and it purifies, whether we understand or not.
So whatever little knowledge I try to listen to every night, every morning.
Thank
So
you.
at least little bit mustard seed kind of thing, little bit goes into my brain.
That's the bit. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hear background noise. Any other questions, comments? Should we stop it here? Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha,
Patitanam pavane